Hello, trading is closed on October 24th, 2025. As always, we start with our disclaimer. We go over our calls and then make our predictions. This is my trading plan for Monday. Monday's the 27th of October, 2025. Please remember, just a plan at this point. I can always change it. I can be wrong and trade at your own risk. Look for the pattern today with the early low. That's what this is. And Monday's pattern should have the early high. This is a reminder of what we said. So the significant break to a new all-time high would kill the major bear signals. When these signals fail, they fail in grand style. Now, any break needs confirmation. Oh, let's not forget, today was Carol Ann's F28 day with a new high hit. Doesn't mean this has to work, but we have to do better than this high or else that number might play out. I don't care how strong rallies look, it needs confirmation. And confirmation is trading over today's close. If we can't trade over today's close, this rally does not count. I'm not saying we won't. We have a wall into the close. That often can be followed by gapping up and taking out this high. And if we gap up and take out this high, all is right with the world. You can draw the trend line from here to the prior high. We hit it in a straight line move. When you do that, either you gap over the line or the line wins, which means if we don't gap over this line, any move past it isn't going to stick. So all we need to do, all with quotes around it, is to gap over this and keep going. We do that, we're in business. But let's not forget, we had valid sell signals from a number of different indicators. We said when they fail big. I don't know if that's failing big. Not yet anyway, time's not up. I mean, we gapped up, we hit higher highs, closed under all the highs, that's not good. Now time's not up. We gap up here at the open, all is forgiven. But what if we don't confirm this? Don't forget, this is supposed to be when these signals fail, you want to rally in grand style. Is that really grand style? Well, not yet. Not yet, if you ask me. Let's look at the other indicators. Unless we have a total collapse, we're going to print bar 13 on the monthly chart in a week, and it won't be early. It'll be right on time. We printed bar 13 of the weekly sequential sell at today's high, and again, it's right at the Carol Ann date. No early finish, there's no fudging, nothing. And on the daily chart, that's close enough because the last 3 bars of the combo don't have to obey all the rules, and that's close enough for me. So we still hit our signals. We hit them with no fudging. We hit them right at Carol Ann's date. If they fail, they should fail in grand style. And grand style doesn't mean hitting a new high, all kinds of new highs, and not being able to hold them. Now again, we gap over this, all is forgiven. Sentiment indicators are telling us we're close to a bottom, that we're going to have a strong rally, but that doesn't mean we have to go up Monday. We've had a series of diamond on stilts patterns. Here's a diamond on stilts, that's one. Here's another one. You can have one break in the stilt. This isn't the clearest stilt in the world, but I'm calling it a diamond on stilts. We now have a stilt in the diamond. What would happen if in capital letters, we had a stilt down? We certainly don't have to. But what if this late weakness on Friday carried through into Monday? What if instead of gapping up here, we gap down? If we gapped down, we'd be pretty close to hitting our target from the 23rd. We probably would. And that means that this, let's say we gap down, just hypothesizing, we gap down, hit this pretty much a straight line for a stilt. The support at the origin of the left stilt would become resistance. And then if we gapped under this, which certainly hasn't happened yet, or trade under it in a straight line, that would become resistance. And when signals fail, they fail big time. When a failure of the signals itself fails, and that's what this would indicate if we gap down, that fails in even grander style. And if we do gap down and we gap under this, we'd only have to break through this, because these are not going to hold if they're challenged again. If we start off with a big breakdown, which hasn't happened yet, we have all we need to possibly set up a mini crash. So it's extremely important that this hold and we gap up, but this is not looking good to me right now. And if we don't gap up, and if we gap down smartly instead, all those signals that wouldn't trigger the other day, they become reestablished with even greater force and intensity. Monday's pattern has the early high regardless of where we open. We gapped up at a higher high but close under intraday highs, and if that's maintained at the open, it should lead to lower prices printing even if we don't close lower. Bulls need to confirm the Friday break at least by trading over the close and ideally gapping over the high a day. Sentiment indicators tell us a rally shouldn't be long in coming, and if we maintain a gap over the high a day and rally strongly, the odds favor the rally continuing. That would just validate this break. Forget all this negative stuff. We gap up here and keep going. We should keep going. We had good sell signals, and when valid signals fail, they fail in grand style. This isn't grand style yet. Maybe it will be. Time's not up. But that's not failing in grand style to me. However, if we can't confirm the rally, the failure itself today will itself have failed. And when a failure fails, it fails in even grander style. The DeMark and Carolan indicators will be reestablished with no early finish, no fudging, nothing, with even more negative implication. So if we gap down strongly Monday at the open, it would not take much to set off a mini crash. So if we get a strong gap in either direction at the open, I think we're going to know what to expect. I mean, maybe this is the real thing. Maybe it's the real thing. Maybe this is the start of a failure of the sell signals in grand style. Maybe we will gap up. But we dropped all day. We couldn't manage anything after the first couple hours. And if we gap down instead, it invalidates this, and all those sell signals that didn't trigger get reestablished in spades, and there could be a mini crash. But it hasn't happened yet. So we'll have to see where we open. We open up here, breathe a sigh of relief if you're a bull. We gap down smartly, take this out. It wouldn't take too much more to send us tanking in grand style. It's the pattern with the early high. The open, I think, is going to tell the story. We need more than this. If you're a bull, we need a lot more than this. And that's today's call.